Right, welcome to this tactics video. We're going to focus in on one of the Blood Angels units. It's a brand new unit I've just painted up. That's the Librarian Dreadnought. So in this video here I'm going to zoom in, take a look at the model, just fresh off the painting desk. Really do like the model. And then take a look at one of the more powerful units that you can take for your Blood Angels army. I'd highly recommend this guy. Very, very powerful unit, potentially. And it can be used quite effectively. Perhaps the most effective Dreadnought that Blood Angels have. And perhaps one of the most powerful Dreadnoughts in 40k full stop. So, powerful unit here, we'll take a look in this video. So, there he is. So the Blood Angels Dreadnought box set that you get, you're able to build the Librarian Dreadnought, the Furioso Dreadnought, and also you're able to build the Death Company Dreadnought. So you choose which one you want to make. So it's a very versatile kit. You're able to put together one of those three unique Dreadnoughts for the Blood Angels. They're unique to the Blood Angels. You can't get these for other Space Marine chapters. So there he is. I'm going to zoom in here so take a closer look at how this model has come out. So there he is. The arms are still able to manoeuvre them, but everything else is stuck down. This one. There. That's the Force Halberd just here, and the Furioso Fist. Usually I find myself, we'll cover the rules, but usually end up using this one in the game. Just rotate him around. Didn't take too long to paint. I actually sprayed him silver to start off with. Usually it's red, but because of all of this silver here and to save lots of time, and because red paints nicely onto the silver, I sprayed him silver and it saved loads of time. I could just put my washes straight on here and shade him up. I'm very happy with how he's come out. So then just painted the red panels and the other colours as well. If you like the way my Blood Angels look, there is the painting tutorial for them here on the channel, how to paint Blood Angels. And then for vehicles and other units that are more of a tougher challenge, then on the Plus channel, strikingscorpion82plus.vhx.tv, the link will be in the description below, or there's a link to it on the YouTube channel homepage. If you go on there, there is the Blood Angels in-depth painting tutorial, and I'll show you from start to finish how to take on one of the more difficult projects. It's actually the Bow Predator, one of the tanks for the Blood Angels that I show you how to paint that video. I take time in that video. It's in depth, every stage, cover all the battle damage, the decals, the transfers, how to do those, all these colours, other than the blue, but all these colours that you see and all these effects are covered in that video, plus more, bigger project. So I'll show you how to go about doing that. So, glad to add him to my collection of Blood Angels. I've been meaning to get this one. Do have the other two already, but I haven't had this one, this Librarian Dreadnought, until now. But there he is. We'll take a look at him in the rules. You may think, well, Dreadnoughts, they're slow, they're not as good in 8th edition, but you see what we can do with this guy here in the Blood Angels Codex. So there he is. We'll just stick him in the corner. Take a look at him now in the book. So he's actually an HQ, so you can help him build up your army. I've taken him in a Supreme Command detachment. I've got a number of HQs in my Blood Angels army, and he's helped gain an extra command point. But for other detachments and so on, even to build up a battalion, take him as an HQ, no problem. So he's here. May all roll up some dice as well, just to illustrate the potential this guy has. 130 points. You then take a Furioso Force Halberd, which is 0. It's incorporated into the cost of the model, which is helpful. Then you have to take Furioso Fist, which is, a pair of them is 50, one of them on their own is 40 points. And that makes him 170 points. And then you can give him a Stormbolter, 2 points to keep his cost down, or Heavy Flamer, or a Melter Gun. I've given mine a Melter Gun. You don't have to. I just give him a Melter Gun just for a bit of anti-tank punch there, just to try and knock off some wounds before ultimately he charges in. That's 17 points for the Melter Gun. And if you go for Heavy Flamer, it is it's here 17 as well, so one or the other. just for a bit of anti, some auto hits, a bit of Overwatch protection, but I think the melter gun's a bit more significant, so I've gone for that. If you want to save points, keep them a fair bit cheaper, then don't take 17 points, just do 2 points for Stormbolter. So 6-inch move, so he is slow. But this guy's different. 2+ weapon skills. See, I try and use him for close combat. That's what he's best at doing. He's got 2 close combat weapons, and then significantly, he's 2+ to hit in close combat. So he's very reliable with his hit rolls, which makes him really good. Ballistic skill is 3+, so if he does shoot, it's pretty reliable. Strength 6, toughness 7, so he's tough as a tank. 8 wounds. Now, 8 wounds doesn't. A rhino's 10, so he's almost as tough as a tank. 3 wounds, or 3 attacks. So that's okay, but that can be enhanced. Leadership 9 and 3 up save. What's significant about this guy is he is a character. So he can hide behind screens of other units, vehicles, infantry and so on, and the opponent's not allowed to fire at him until he clears the other closer targets away. So he can hide behind other units. So if I've got a Storm Raven zooming up the table turn 1, I can bring my Dreadnought up behind, and the opponent has to kill the Storm Raven before we can get to him. So he can be in plain sight, he can be visible, but not allowed to be shot at, unless it's like a sniper and so on. But vast majority of firepower will not be able to target him. It has to go through the closest units first. That could be Terminators there, or a vehicle, a hidden squad of something, scouts hiding behind a building. Even though he can be seen, the scouts can't be seen. He's hidden because he's a character. It's a very, very significant rule. It really does help protect this guy. A lot of firepower that would be sent his way isn't, because the opponent's not allowed to fire at him. Because he's a character, it's a major way to protect him. So he's got +1 to deny the witch test, psychic hood. He's got smoke launchers as well. He can manifest, we'll cover the weapons just here in a moment. He can manifest 2 psychic powers and deny 1, which is decent enough psychic. The 2 weapons seems a waste. You think, well, it's a waste to take 2 weapons, why should I pay points for 2? But I am in fact only paying for 1. The fist, Force Halberd is incorporated into the costs. That's not so bad. The fist is ×2 strength, so strength 12. AP -3 and 3 damage, but I'm often using the Halberd. It's +4 strength, so it's still strength 10. So you're still on 3s to wound. If he charges, it's 2s to wound. Blood Angels, it's still significant enough, but it's AP -4. So you're going to strip away, be better at stripping armour away and denying that armour save, and then a straight 3 damage. Now 3 attacks, we'll maybe cover this in the dice roll, and we'll do a bit later on, but 3 attacks, 3 damage, yeah, you're going to cause some trouble. You could half kill a tank. This guy, if used right, can kill a tank, no problem. Part of the solution to that is using that multi-melter. You could strip away potentially 6 wounds, but it's the psychic powers and the use of a stratagem as well that can help them out. So some Tactica here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're allowed to use this for Dreadnought's Red Rampage. It's only 1 command point. Use this stratagem in any fight phase. Add D3 to your attack's characteristic of a Blood Angel's character from your army. This guy is a character that charged earlier in this turn. So it's only when he charges for the duration of the fight phase. So it lasts the whole of the fight phase, but D3 extra attacks. So now he's on between, if you get that, it's between 4 and 6 attacks, and all of a sudden that Dreadnought's got a whole host of attacks. And remember, all those attacks come through on 2+ to hit. You can't use, I wished you could use on the chapter and fight again, but you can't. It's only for infantry or bikers, so that's not him. But I think you can use only endeavoured as duty ends. If you're slain, when a Blood Angel's character from your army is slain, that model summons the strength 1 final attack and immediately either shoot as if it were the shooting phase, or fight as if it were your fight phase. Yep, I think you can. So if he's slain first in close combat, he's charged, he can still fight. Yep. Okay. So there's some enhancements. That makes him decent, that makes him okay. But then it's the psychic powers turn him into a complete psycho. 2 ones specifically here. Wings of Sanguinius is the first. It's warp charge value of 5. It's very likely you're going to get this one to go off. It's very helpful having that, such a low amount required. to make this one work. If manifested, the psychic can immediately move as if it was your movement phase. So bear in mind, you've already had your movement phase. You've moved 6. So then you can move again. But his move characteristic is also increased to 12. So he's got a 6-inch move plus a 12-inch move. So in total, it's 18 inches. That's without advancing. I'm not sure on this one if you know the answer. If you're really trying to get somewhere quick, are you allowed to move, advance, this power goes off, move 12 again, and then advance? Are you allowed to make 2 advances in one turn? Is the question I have. I'm not sure about that, but that's just a question. If you want to get somewhere quickly, you'll not be able to charge though, because you made an advance move. But remember that. If you want to try and get someone in close combat, just go 6, don't advance before you use that power, and then move the 12 inches. So 18-inch move for that. Then he gains fly. That is so significant. It means he can then charge flyers. So you've got a Dark Elder Razorwing flying across the table. This guy can move out 18 inches and charge it in the air. It's a bit scary. It is a scary thing to have that Dreadnought with that kind of weaponry just able to fly around the table. So yeah, units that can fly. So you're not restricted as to who you can charge. It's incredible. And to the start of the next psychic phase, that means that you can, if you fell back in his movement phase, he can shoot. And here, in addition, whilst his power is in effect, you can reroll failed charge rolls as well. So not only do you get your extra move, 12 inches, you're able to reroll charges. Excellent. You then pair that power up. So this one's very likely to go off. This one here, half a chance. Plus, you might have your command reroll on standby. Quickening. So warp charge value of 7, which is all right. You need a 3 and a 4 to make it go off. You need an average roll. If manifested, you can add 3 to your advance and charge rolls. So now you combine that with that. He's on 2d6 charge plus 3. Incredible. And you make d3 additional attacks until your next psychic phase as well. So if you have that d3 additional attacks plus you're charged, he's on 3 attacks plus 2d3. So potentially you can go all the way up to 9 attacks with this guy. 9 attacks with a Dreadnought. Now he has the power to just kill a vehicle, no problem at all. So it's those deadly psychic powers. Now obviously you can go for others. There's 4 other ones you can choose from, but those 2 are the ones that just make that guy absolutely incredible. Very, very, very powerful unit. And you can keep it right down in points. It costs 172 points. Not going to cost you too much. And then as I said earlier on, he's an HQ, you can hide behind screens, so it's difficult for the opponent to try and get rid of him. So Librarian Dreadnought comes highly recommended. It was recommended to me by a number of subscribers talking about all these enhancements that you can do, and so I've got the model, painted him up, and plan to put him into my Blood Angels list. But there he is, that's the Librarian Dreadnought. What we'll do now is we'll roll up a few dice just to illustrate how maybe you're thinking about getting this unit. I'll just roll up some dice, get some averages here, and show you potentially the damage you can do. So something else that I forgot to mention, he has 8 wounds. Even if he's got 1 wound left, he still fights at full effect. He doesn't have a damage table. That's very helpful as well. If he does take damage, he'll still fight just as efficient on 1 wound, and if he had 8. Got my crash test Rhino here, the average tank, 10 wounds. We'll charge him in, and we'll see what he can do. So your standard attacks is 3. There's double 1, so that's just off to a bad start. 2's for a wound though, and it'll bypass the armour, a straight 3 damage. Give it another go, do 1 more. There's another 1, dreaded 1. So it'd be handy to have a captain nearby or a command reroll. 2 hits, 2's to wound, there's a 1 there. So you see we're struggling, not much of an impact. We'll play the stratagem, so he charges in, red rampage. We'll give him an extra 2 attacks. So now he's got 5. 2's for hits, and then 2's for wounds. Those wounds come through, and we've just destroyed the tank. 12 wounds, gone. So a little bit extra attacks. We're forgetting to do the melter here. So the first time we charged in the melter, missed. Second time, missed. So maybe combat is the way to go. You see, these extras, these enhancements are given to him. It's not costing, it's maybe costing command points, but that's about it. It's not costing you points. So we'll charge in again, and we'll play Red Rampage, and also let's say Psychic Power's gone off, quickening. So 2d3 extra attacks. So shooting phase first of all. We get our hit, and we fail to wound. I might command reroll that. Still fail to wound. So not a good account of the firepower so far. So if you want to drop it, you know, then it's not too bad. You can rely more on your close combat. 3 attacks though, and 2d3 here. So an extra 4 attacks. 2s for hits, they've all hit, and 2s for wounds, they've all wounded, and we have picked up 3, 6, 18, 21 wounds. That's just killed a monolith. Yeah, he's just killed a monolith with that. He's almost killed a super heavy. That is actually terrifying. Yeah, right. So that is pretty significant. We'll do it again, just to average it out. Guaranteed the 3 attacks. We'll do the melter shot first of all. We get the hit, we get the wound, it goes straight through the armour, and we'll put 3 wounds on him straight away. This is helpful against a bigger target. So 3 wounds knocked off straight away, 17 wounds to try and get through. We play both the card and the psychic power. And again, it's 4 attacks. 2s for hits. They've all hit. 2s for wounds. Ah, no, there's 4 ones. That's a shame. I would probably command reroll one of these. Still get a 1. 9 knocked off there, plus the 3 that we've already done. So you failed to destroy the monolith, but you caused a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. We'll do another round. Trying to hit with the... No, missed again with the multi-melter. 3 attacks, not very significant. But then we'll play the psychic power and the card, Red Rampage. Again, number 4, sort of your average. Full hit. And wounds. Yep. 9 and 9 is 18. So, and it's AP -4 with the halberd. That's the significant thing. Your opponent can't try and block these with a 3+ save vehicle. You know, they're going to need a 2+ save vehicle, some kind of invuln to protect them. AP -4 is helpful. So, yeah, that straight 3 damage is nasty when you can get the volume of attacks going on. That's the possibility with this guy. That's more than enough. That's overkill on your regular vehicle. So times when the power doesn't go off, or you don't have stratagems left, and you've only got the power, you know, you only do 1d3 extra attacks, still, your average vehicle is going to be in trouble against that kind of firepower. So, incredible stuff. That Dreadnought is powerful for sure, as we've seen illustrated. Not just for vehicles, you can go after characters as well. The amount of damage you can do. You can go for character assassination as another viable option also. So that is the Tactica then for Librarian Dreadnought. I haven't done him against hordes here. Yes, you could take on Orc Meganobs, for example. Cut those down, no problem at all. But really, it's multi-wound vehicles, monsters, characters. That's the roll-ups that I've done just to show you. I think that's the most powerful that he is able to be against those kind of targets. So a very significant unit. I really like the look of the model. He's a great addition to have into the army, and potentially a very, very nasty unit indeed. But leave your own comments and feedback. Perhaps you have a lot of experience in 8th edition with the new codex using this guy. I'm sure you can recite some great times when he's done terrible damage. Perhaps there's some tactical that I've missed. Leave that in the comment section below. And if you're looking into this unit, read the comments, see what other players are saying, how best to use this very significant unit and very unique unit for the Blood Angels. But keep a lookout for him in future battle reports on here and also on the Plus channel as well. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time.